Hi guys, this is my first live video and we're also going to save it. So welcome to the Mojo Maker Show and Vitality Coach TV. I'm doing this live one out of request because I sent out a group of questions to my podcast listeners and to some of my clients. I was like, what would you love me to talk about the most? And also, what would you love the most? They're like, YouTube Live. I was like, this is crazy. So today's topic is a really special one. It's flirting with destiny. Before we get on with a few things, forgive me if I'm a little bit stop-starty. I've never done YouTube Live before, so bear with me. Also, please make sure that if you leave comments or likes, whatever else, that they're positive ones. If you don't like the messages, you don't have to hang out here. But most importantly, I really want to be of service and show you how you can navigate your way from chaos to calm and keep backing yourself. Hit the like and subscribe button. That really helps me as well know that we have the right people involved and that I can keep creating content that means something to you. So if you've got questions that you want me to answer or topics that are really, really burning topics for you right now, please do so. We'll be talking about wealth management, finance, spiritual leadership, health and fitness, healthy, wealthy, wise, all those three pillars that make you the CEO of your business and your life. So hopefully you're hearing this and everything's working well. Importantly as well, I want to do a shout out to some of my international listeners and clients that have been with me for many, many years. I think we're in 90 countries now with the Mojo Maker podcast, which is just incredible. And to everyone that I work with on a daily basis, I hope you're tuning in and you'll get to look at this video later. So what on earth is flirting with destiny? I guess I want to keep these little bite-sized chunk-sized videos. So just so you know, this is going to be about 15 minutes and no longer. So you can listen to it on the train, on your way to work, at lunchtime, maybe in the evening, or just kickstart your day. Flirting with destiny. So many people want to design the life they love or create the life they love. I mean, it's certainly a tagline that I use all the time. But you may be the one that's standing in your own way. So it's all right to have vision boards and to redefine what you want and to put all these ideas out there and think creatively of what does remarkable look like commercially and personally for you. But you can't just think about it. You've actually got to do the work. And what happens when we start to pursue our dreams and we start to think about, God, what would remarkable look like? We sometimes get internal handbrakes like, well, that's not possible, or I'm crazy, that's never going to happen to me. And all these kind of constraints that we feel will keep us in a safe space. It is absolutely the definition of insanity that if you keep doing the same thing and expect different results, you know, it's just not going to happen. So at a certain point in your life, you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone and you're going to have to flirt with destiny a little bit and test out the blend of your head and heart. And very, very importantly, every great leader, every very, very sustainably successful individual has a blend of heart and head. You must be emotionally, physically, mentally aligned and in tune. You can't just wing it. You can get you there for a certain point, but after that, you have to actually apply some basic skills and habits to keep you moving forward in momentum and to not to rush something. So everyone's path to destiny, whatever that destiny is at a different pace, a different time zone, and a whole different look of what that could be like. The hardest thing is actually tuning into yourself. So flirting with destiny means actually listening and creating space for what you really, really want. And I know a lot of you that listen to this, especially a lot of the guys that I first start coaching with, when you begin, you're always trying to fill every single moment in the day, racing from one thing to the other, then doing a workout, then doing a deal, then doing something with the kids, then it's just never ending. So how do you think you can tap into your true intuition and your true knowledge and your true deep, deep, deep desires if you're always so busy that you can't hear yourself think? And the other thing is getting out of your head. Your ego is not your amigo. There's a blog post on that. I'll put links and all of this in the description box. But most importantly, guys, you have to separate your ego from your deep, deep intuition and desires. So your ego is that little voice that goes, oh, why would you do live, Nikki? You know, you shouldn't be doing that. You don't really know if anyone's going to watch it. And you have all this self-doubt come in, or you're too old, you're too young, you're too this or too that, or you don't have enough money. There's all these constraints of self-doubt, fear, blame, shame, judgment, kind of limiting, restrictive thoughts. Your ego is constantly in the background doing push-ups, just waiting for you to have a weak moment going, yeah, I'm just going to grab her when she's least expecting it. And then boom, you know, your whole newfound confidence to go after something that you love, to start that business, to present an idea to your boss, to ask for a raise, to ask that person on a date, to tell them that you love them, whatever it is, it gets shattered because your ego pops up and goes, why would you do that? You're going to make a fool of yourself. All these kind of subliminal, deep subconscious messages that have you just flirting with destiny, but not really do anything about it. Very, very important. You have to be accountable for the results in the life that you have. This is only life right now. FedEx is not going to send you a new one tomorrow. You can get a few additions. You can get some Botox. You can get some fake boobs. You can do all sorts of things to your outside appearance. But your day-to-day life, this is it. You will never have more time than you do right now, guys. So you need to unlock those tiny little treasure secrets that will stop you just from flirting with destiny to actually defining and creating it. So let me give you the 3 tips for that. So first one is take time to listen to yourself, which means I just had a very cool coffee with Mark Higgett. Hey, Mark. And we're talking about yin and yang and actually the 4 quadrants of that. He's come up with a beautiful model around your masculine, feminine, and the positive and negative attributes that we all have, and how we must have a balance of all those things to be in alignment. So you must find your yin and your yang, which means your head and your heart, and be in alignment with your decision making. The only way to do that is to stop all the outside distractions and to become one with self. That means tip 1, becoming self-centered. That does not mean egocentric. It does not mean arrogant. It doesn't mean being selfish. It actually means taking time to be in your true self and to listen to your true self instead of racing around. The second thing is that you must dare to define. You have to be able to have the courage to talk about what you truly want, to be vulnerable with those goals and ideas and go, wow, you know, if I could make a magic wish, Nikki, if you could give me a genie wand and you can make anything happen, here's how we would do it. So I think being able to have that space, number 1, by being self-centered, so that's coming in and sitting down, creating space wherever you are. It's very, very important to create a haven at home or at work where there are no distractions. You can reduce bombardment and you can really come to one with yourself. It sounds woo-woo, but it is essential in your spiritual, financial, and emotional leadership. The second tip, of course, is daring to define what destiny looks like for you, what really, really lights you up, because you're going to have to share it at some point. You're going to have to step out of that comfort zone of playing the safe game with what everyone else is doing and go, hold on a second, I really, really want this. The third thing is remembering that you can't just go from 0 to hero. It is a daily practice. You can't just flirt with destiny. It's like, you know, hopping online, sending a text, and then not following up on that. You must actually pursue your goals. You must go after them. You must do the work. You can't sit there and go, I hope this works out. You know, it's not a magic pill. It is you actually dedicating yourself and being consciously aware of the tasks, the values, the behaviors, the attributes that you will need to have in your daily and weekly life that will get you closer to that goal and living in your destiny from right now. Whether that's, you know, what lights you up, if that's changing your careers, evolving your career, having more of a voice, doing something artistic and creative. And it is never too late. You'll see behind me, there's a guitar in the background. You know, I am just learning at my age, the ripe old age of, I'm not going to say what it is. It is so much fun and so glad no one can hear me, but I have a lot of time to, I don't have a lot of time to do it, but I make time to do it because it's an extreme passion of mine as music. And I wish I could already be fantastic at it. But hey, I really want to practice. So I put 15 minutes a day aside to that. So I do the work. So looping back on these flirting with destiny, if you just keep talking about stuff and wishing and hoping, you're going to be in the same place that you are when you listen to this today. What is going to be different about all of this stuff? So a couple of things. First of all, just a reminder that all my videos on here and my free blogs and podcasts, they all have worksheets, every single thing you could possibly need. Just type in on my website, thevitalitycoach.com.au, and go goal setting or go winning weeks or go ego is not your amigo. Any of these comments that I'm making, I've written about them for years and years and years. You can also go to Audible and get the Fitpreneur book as well, or on Amazon, or on my site, or on Booktopia, with all my practical tools on how you can be the CEO of your business and your life. But most importantly, guys, you have to adult. You have to stand in the space and go, I don't want to just flirt with destiny. I want to actually be doing it, living it, in love with my life. And that means not looking at what anyone else is doing, but taking a stand for yourself, taking the time to figure it out, and being in the driver's seat weekly, monthly, and each year, being in control of what really, really lights you up. I think the biggest challenge as well, guys, is that we get really nervous about sharing what our deepest desires are with other people. Your truth will set you free. Having truth, honesty, and transparency rather than manipulation and dancing around things will be the greatest asset that you will ever have. It doesn't mean forcing your opinions on anyone. It doesn't mean having to be cruel. It is absolutely the better option. Who gives you the right to feel that what you say to someone else can manipulate an outcome? It is very, very important that you stand on your own truth and you own your own side of the street. I really want to get this across because this is your life. So when you actually do things that are congruent and honest and genuine for you, they will in turn be congruent, honest, and genuine for others. If you haven't read The New Earth by Eckhart Tolle or listened to the audiobook, please do. And I mean really listen to it. I don't just mean flick through the pages or go, yeah, that sounds really good, but really listen to what he's saying, because you are already everything that you need to be. So we're deconstructing all these layers about how we should do things and could do things, and we're evolving into an empowerment, which is, this is much more fun, much easier, and much more rewarding than I ever imagined. Warning, it is a little bit of a lonely road for a while, because you won't feel understood by a lot of people around you, because your natural landscape, your ecosystem that you hang out in, you know, they've been knowing you how you are all this time. So you can't just suddenly turn up with a cape on and going, that's it, I'm off to do my destiny. You must ensure that you are actually, I don't know, just kind of taking your own project as an inside job first and letting yourself lead by example. No big sudden announcements, but realize that you may actually start to look at things, people, places, and stuff differently. They might not even resonate with you anymore. In some cases, that could be your own family and your best friend. So be gentle and be kind with yourself. Looping back to those 3 points, guys, flirting with destiny will not get you the life that you love. You must have time and space to clear out the white noise and to get self-centered. Secondly, dare to define what you really, really, truly desire. Like, this is it. This is your one life. What are you going to do with it? Blame everybody else because nothing worked out? Blame old habits, old situations, other people, sit in victim status? Or are you going to take the wheel of your life and decide to evolve, to grow, to learn in, and to learn that loving everything that you do and being on purpose is the greatest privilege of all? And lastly, guys, I would like to say what's really, really important is understanding that it's a slow journey. You can't just flip a switch and all of a sudden you're in there. That's part of embarking on your destiny, is being in it, doing the work, planning your winning weeks, your masterful months, and your remarkable years. So I hope that this little mini Mojo Express session, my first live, I don't even know if anyone was watching, but I'm going to go out on a limb now and share more of what I'm doing in my videos. I would love to hear back from you. Please like, subscribe, share, join me in the conversation, stay positive, and know that you're absolutely in the driver's seat of life. If you want any information, there's so much free stuff on the vitalitycoach.com.au. Head over to the Mojo Maker podcast or just reach out and email me. All the details will be in the description box below. I hope you enjoy this video whenever you are watching it, because this is timeless content. It doesn't matter if this point resonates with you, it means that you're meant to listen today. So please join me next time. You stay healthy, wealthy, and wise. And remember, you are in the driver's seat of your life, guys. Thanks so much for joining, and I'll chat to you soon.